Tirthan Sherab Meber stayed in Pangbisa for a long time. Because of the past misadventure, people did not trust him. Instead, they misbehaved with him. But Tirthan knew that people who were mocking him would suffer in hell after their death. To prevent this from happening, he decided to take out the treasures from Nuptsonapata, which he was supposed to reveal only at the age of 25. Tirthan was to discover treasures including a golden pillar. He embarked on a mission to fetch the treasures from the lake. He asked some carpenters to come after 1 week and cut the golden pillar while he stayed near the lake to meditate. With his supernatural powers, he held all the water of the lake in his mouth, which allowed the carpenters to cut the golden pillar and collect some other religious artifacts. He instructed the carpenters. He also told them to place all other religious artifacts they would discover next to him. He told them to take out the golden pillar, and while doing so, they could take the small leftover pieces of gold after cutting the pillar. People saw him meditating, and the lake became completely dry. Bottom of the lake was filled with the things he predicted. The carpenters kept the religious instruments and artifacts beside the Tirthan and continued to cut the golden pillar. However, some of them grew greedy on seeing the amount of gold. Out of greed, the carpenters started defying the orders of the Tirthan. They chopped out large chunks of the gold and put them in their bags. They made the golden pillar smaller. When the Tirthan saw this, he signaled them to stop, but the carpenters didn't take heed of him. In fact, they ignored him. He finally had to open his mouth when his desperate attempts to communicate failed. As soon as he did that, water gushed out of his mouth with force that drowned all the carpenters. With that, the place became misty, and the Tirthan heard a very offended roar of a dragon. All the treasures were scattered. The enraged water spirit of the lake now began to charge towards the Tirthan and chase him. With this misadventure, he lost his meditative composure. Fearing for his life, the Tirthan began to run, taking as many treasures as he could. As he was being chased, he threw the religious artifacts one by one. Wherever he dropped the treasure items, the spot converted into a lake resembling the shape of the particular artifact. These lakes of different shapes and sizes still exist today. The struggling Tirthan ran for his life and finally reached a place called Tegola, which is in between Ha and Paro. When he looked at his hands, he saw that only a symbol was left. This symbol is used even today during special occasions and during the first day of Paro Tsichu. A local deity of Ha, Apchundu, mediated to bring peace between the water spirit and the Tirthan through an agreement. The Tirthan finally reached Pangbisa and the water receded. As per the agreement, Tirthan and his descendants from Pangbisa shall never cross the region of Tegola towards Nuptsonapata, and people from Ha shall never step into Pangbisa. Elderly people of the region are known to abide by this agreement even now. Every year on an auspicious day, the relics along with other treasures are laid out for public display. A treasure in the form of a stone mongoose is displayed all through the year and is placed near the statue of Guru Rinpoche. The mongoose was believed to be alive when it was brought in by the Tirthan as a treasure from some lake, which gradually turned into a stone. An interesting fact is that pilgrims can actually see holy water appearing from the many religious artifacts, including the stone mongoose, on auspicious occasions. Such is the mystical land of Pangbisa. It may be very small, but its legends reveal the greatness of the place.